Hello everyone, today we'll be setting up Visual Studio Code and MinGW so that we can run and compile C++ in Visual Studio Code. So usually for beginners we do this in CodeBlocks, but Visual Studio Code is such a nice editor that I thought that I might just create a video of how to install and run basic C++ code, or any C++ code you want in this IDE. So what we need to do is we need to go to Google, type in Visual Studio Code download. Anyways, these links to downloads will be in the description. Here we click download. Of course I have it done already, so you just need to click here and click on the installation. It's pretty easy and straightforward. And once you are in your Visual Studio Code, I have it open here, we need to open our extensions. So just click here on this button. And we want to run C++ code, right? So it might make sense to open up and install this extension. So just type in this search bar, you need to type C/C++. It will already come up from Microsoft, and you just install this. Next, you need to type C/C++ compile run, which is also essential for compiling and running C++ code in this IDE. And then you can install snippets if you want, but that's not obligatory. And of course, you need to install CodeRunner. So just type in CodeRunner here. Once you're done, we are done with Visual Studio Code for now. Let's head on over to MinGW. Again, this link will be in the description. You just click on download, and since I have already downloaded this MinGW program, I can open it up here. There we go. That's the installation manager. So when you will be downloading this program, you'll be going through this installation process. You don't need to really pay attention to it. Just click OK, OK, OK. Once you reach this side with all of the packages here, you need to, well, for you it will look like that. So you need to click on these two little buttons here, so that you want to install them. So MinGW, GCC, G++, and Objective-C. That's simply for, as we have in the description, it's C++ compiler and Objective-C compiler, since let's say that we want to compile C and also C++. We need these two packages. And when you install these packages, you can close that off. And what we need to do now is actually our code will still not run when we type anything in our program. So what we need to do is we actually need to enable our computer to find our compiler. So we need to kind of define a path to it. So what you need to do next simply is type in computer. We already have it here. These are properties. Click on that. Properties are opened up. Now we need to go to Advanced System Settings. Here, this is in Polish, but it should be Environment Properties. Just click on that button. Here, click on Path and Edit. And just hold on to that window for a second. Now you need to find your MinGW installation place, so where you decided to install your MinGW file. For me, it was in this computer, C, and here you can see that I have a folder called MinGW, which has a lot of files in it. So I just copied a path to this folder like this. So I click here, and I press Ctrl+C, then I can close it off. And going back to our box here, we type new and just paste it in. And actually it should be also bin, because we want to have access to the bin folder inside MinGW. So I already have it here, as you can see, so I'm not going to add this, but you should go ahead and do that. Press OK, and now you should be good to go. So actually, let's create a new folder on our desktop, which will be called tutorial, let's say. Alright, and I have just set up a folder where I can place my program. So I'll open folder, and here we have our tutorial. It's empty now, so I'll create a new file. Let's say that I want to create a C++ program. So I'll call it main CPP, like that. And here we just type the usual stuff. So let's say include just a simple program, iostream int main, return 0. That's just basic C++, of course. And I'll just show you that it can run pretty well. So std cout, just some basic stuff like hello world, end line. Okay. So we can see that already our extensions for coloring and IntelliSense for C++ is working. The IDE correctly sees that this is a C++ file, so let's save this. And with our extensions installed, what we can do to compile this and run, we can just press the right button and run code. So here we see hello world in our console. Now the one problem with that is that we still don't have access to, like, we cannot edit anything in this output. You see, this is not a terminal, it's an output. So if we had any program that actually took any data from the user, like, let's say that I'll create one pretty fast. Let's say that I have an integer here called age, and here we'll say how old are you, and here we'll say age, and here we will output the age, so cout age, let's say. Let's just actually add like that, so that it looks nice. So if we save that and try to run it, we see that we cannot actually input any value here because this is a read-only editor. So let's stop the code run by right-clicking. And so what we can do is simply we can copy this, the whole string here, from our previous attempts. We can copy that. We can go to our path, so where the file is. So let's just reveal in File Explorer. So here I am in my tutorial folder, in my project folder. I press here and I type cmd and I just paste this string in. And now we can see that we can write our code. We can write input anywhere we want. It all works. So yeah, this is it. It actually works pretty well. So for this attempt, you would simply need to run hello world before starting any projects, or just so that you can copy this string from your earlier attempts. But apart from that, it is quite a nice way of developing C++ or C code in Visual Studio Code. It looks nice and it's doable. So thank you for watching. If you have any questions, just ask them in the comments, and see you in the next tutorial.